DeFaro, Charles, it's great to meet you both. And Will Poulter, my dude, here we are again. Good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you, man. How are
Good
you?
to see you.
I am fantastic. I will tell you that I have friends that fought in these battles that are portrayed in this film. And one is a Navy SEAL, and I have a ton of Marine friends. So I heard stories over the years, and now I see this film. Great work. Will, I'll actually start with you. How much more of an experience was this? And I'm talking not in the sense of the explosions, and I know about the weapons that you all had, on the set. It seemed like it was a loud filming experience, but just the emotional aspect of it all. Describe to me what it was like, the intensity of telling a story like this.
Yeah, it's a good question you asked, Dave, because this film, from an emotional standpoint, was kind of incomparable. I say that because I think as actors, we weren't so much tasked with like crafting performances or really kind of even focusing on the emotions, but rather we were tasked with something quite unique, which was to sort of recreate a real event.
Right.
And I think more than anything else, fall back on our training and respond to protocol. And actually, I would argue, at least for me, and I feel like we're agreed on this, that the emotional reactions to each other were largely based on the fact that we formed like genuine bonds. And so we didn't so much have to conjure up performances as we did just have to sort of respond to our fellow like SEAL, like, around us. And so when I'm looking at Joe Quinn in, extreme amounts of pain, like it's really hard not to naturally kind of feel something. Obviously it's not comparable to the real experience, but it felt incredibly immersive, and we were certainly, I think, set up for success in terms of being able to like trick ourselves that this was very real.
DeFaro, you portray Ray Mendoza, whose experiences and memories wrote actually, the story that's told in Warfare. What was it like to spend time with him, talk with him? What did you first pick up on, and did he guide you through a lot of the portrayal, or tell me about that?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, so many people's memories were involved in this process, not just Ray's. I know Ray was definitely the first person to get at it, but throughout the whole process from beginning to end, every single person we represented put their 2 cents into it, put their story into, put their heart into it. And you could see that very much on the screen with these guys. We all picked up on and us. But yes, no, to answer your question, when I first met Ray, I got the chance to have lunch with him and Alex, a very stoic man, very to himself man. We opened up. I got a chance to meet him more and more when we were filming in London. He was there for me in almost every second of the day I needed him. He was there. Any two tough questions some may feel a little bit sensitive to ask, he was open for it. Anything, he was there for me. That's probably one of the greatest directors I've ever worked with, honestly. Wow.
Very cool. Charles, we have to talk about the training. It's a very physical film.
Right.
I see the grin on your face. What was it like to prepare for a role like this for you?
It's fun. I know Alex and Ray vetted everyone that ended up committing to the project, and he told us like, look, it's going to be intense. It was going to require a commitment that was both feet in, not 1 foot out. And this boot camp, it informed a lot of things, but we really came together. I mean, we would do at the end of, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. after all this weapons training and learning the terminology and the comms and everything, we would do this thing called Navy SEALs, which was, like 300 push-ups, 300 burpees and something, but we would do it together. And, we started together and we ended together. And, when someone was struggling, we slowed things down. And we waited for each and everyone to, there's such a team effort to this whole process, which, was everyone from, the crew. I mean, everyone was in it with us. And it was so, just the filmmaking process, man, it was so beautiful. But yeah, we loved working out.
Well, you all did a great job. I hated running track back in the day in school. And I'm watching you all do this. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because my friend that was a Navy SEAL, he told me, what it's like to prepare to just become a SEAL. And I'm like,
buds, yeah.
why would you sign up for that? It makes you think about it and appreciate it more.
Dude, 50 pounds of gear every day.
Right. Or even
That's
more for Ray.
just insanity.
But like
you
the
know,
real guys, you know, sometimes Ray was like carrying like 130 pounds. Or
Yeah, well,
something.
Ray had just his radio was, if I'm not mistaken, 100 pounds alone.
His radio pack and stuff.
Yeah.
Just his radio.
Wow.
Yeah, just his radio.
Yeah.
that is a lot. Great job, y'all. Good to see you all. And
Yeah, you
Will,
too.
always great to see you, my friend. Take care.
Appreciate it, bro. Take care.
Peace.